Nearly a decade on the move, Tawdry Toast Arcade hopes to open a permanent creative space on Rockford's west side.
To pull that off, the owner says it'll take the community's support. WYFR's Nathaniel Langley learns what plans are in store for the space.
Sydney, Daniel, on an unassuming block behind Auburn Street, you'll find the newest home for Tawdry Toast Arcade. Owner Jesse Prouty sees a space planting creativity in the community.
Normally this room is empty except for a few couches.
Jesse Prouty started his art career at Rock Valley College.
Yeah, gotta love vintage fabric. It changes the whole room.
His work led here, what was once the site of a furniture manufacturer, now the home of Tawdry Toast Arcade on Rockford's west side.
It's been wonderful. This place is ideal and it's really recharged like the old creative juices.
After 8 years and 4 moves, Prouty wants a permanent location.
There have been so many long-term ideas with the business and the community that I've never been able to tap into.
The artist started a crowdfunder to close a $5,000 gap between renting and owning the building.
I'm very much looking forward to getting that off my chest and feeling like I can actually breathe.
There are a lot of people that are being very creative.
Bob McCarty with Emerald Realty Group says the market is Prouty's for the taking.
Commercial property is a little slow right now. Prices are down, vacancies are up.
And the arcade's owner has a vision.
I actually have some vintage wallpaper I'm going to be papering.
Now he hopes the community invests in his dream.
It would mean allowing, a place for culture and creativity in the community, because that's always been the goal, is to be more open.
You can find Prouty's crowdfunder on Tawdry Toast Arcade's Facebook page. Unlike a GoFundMe, this fundraiser offers services and perks for those who donate.
If the arcade stays in its current building, the artist hopes to offer classes to the community. The space will also host private events, open mic nights, and much more.